So, how do we form this negative view about ourselves? As we go through life, we record our memories and our interpretations, though not necessarily the facts surrounding those memories. From these countless recollections, we have the making of a movie of our life, right? Jane thinks in much the same way a VCR works. It rewinds and replays past events. This analogy can help explain how she has formed our views of herself and how that view is the basis for her behavior, right? Now, a child's view of their self, right, begins to form as soon as the child is born, based on the things she's told. It could be a girl or boy, right? This is not gender specific, it's for both genders, male and female. The specific situations they experience, right? And how they are treated. A picture of their self evolves. So they begin to form a picture of their self based on how they are treated. If they are praised and encouraged, they are likely to begin to develop healthy self esteem. If, however, they are consistently criticized, ridiculed, or told they can't do things right, they begin to question their competency and adequacy. Now, this is the basis, right? So, this is how we form negative views about ourselves because I don't want this video to take long, but best believe that I'm going to break this for everyone to understand, okay? We are going to skip to what happened to Jane when she was an athlete in her school, right? So, when Jane was 16 and a member of the community girls' softball team, her parents attended one of her games. On this particular evening, Jane, who was a top athlete, came to bat 4 times. Those that understand what I'm saying, you know what I mean by she came to bat 4 times. I don't even know what that means. Hitting 3 home runs and striking out once. At least I know what that means. So she was thrilled. No one she had ever known had hit 3 home runs in one game. After the game, she was excited, elated to see her parents. Who would not be happy? They must be proud, she thought to herself. Maybe they would finally tell her so. With a big grin on her face, she ran up to the bleachers where they were seated and blotted out. Dun, dun, dun. Well, how did I do? How about that? 3 homers. So she was already proud of herself, right? Because she has never seen anyone done that before. Her father said, "But I can't believe you struck out." Jane's heart melted. Her heart melted. Her heart sank. Tears came to her eyes. She sat as if frozen for a few seconds. Then she said, "Gotta go." Turned away and ran down the bleachers. She looked for a place to hide, tears streaming down her face. What happened here? Instead of Jane's parents to celebrate her, they were actually criticizing her. Both of Jane's parents tended to be negative. It's very bad. Being negative with a child is very, very bad because it cannot help them in any way. It will only destroy their self-esteem, just like we read. They're not going to feel like they are capable. They're always going to be thinking in their head, oh, they are doing it better than me and all that. I mean, like, so many things are happening to children. And there's one thing I read in this book, that you are likely to raise up your child just the way your parents raised you if you don't make conscious decisions. If you don't take anything from this video, take this away from this video. So you have to unlearn and relearn. You have to unlearn and relearn so you don't repeat. So you don't repeat the same patterns your parents actually did on you, on your own children. So the reason why we always choose to pick that negative video in our past and play it back when we are going through similar situations in the present is because while we're growing up as a child, that was the foundation that our parents laid for us. That was the foundation that our parents used to raise us up. And so that is the memory that is in our head. It's just like something is clean, new, you just bought a new phone. So the first thing you start putting in the phone, that will be the basis of how you use the phone, right? The apps you put in it and everything, that will be the basis of the phone. And you can also decide to remove those apps and put a new one or just wipe it entirely. So that is why we are likely to play back a negative video, or we are likely to remember what happened in our past and use it to compare similar situation. But now, how do you work in order to remove those negative videos, or in order for you to stop playing those negative videos? Is you just have to do the work. And I'm not going to lie to you, the work is not easy, but you really, really have to be determined that I am going to make sure that this does not destroy my life, my relationship, marriage, just name it, career. It could affect you in every way. So it is important for parents to have the right mindset. Though you're not going to know everything, but at least you should know the basics of raising a child, of building a child's self-esteem, because the society is really lacking it these days, especially the female gender. Parents, you have to really raise up your children to have good self-esteem. You know, it's a balance, not the extreme where you spoil them, or the other extreme where they have low self-esteem. So the other extreme would be like having too much self-esteem, which can lead to pride and being pompous and all that. And the other extreme is having very low self-esteem and thinking you're not worth it, or you are so low that you don't deserve it. But bringing it and putting it in the middle, that's a balance. Though it might not always be in the middle, it might shift, but it should not shift to the extreme, to either extreme end. I'm going to see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, share to your family, share to your friends. But make sure to subscribe, share to your family and friends, because they're going to need this. And make sure to like this video so that other people can see this video and watch it, so that they could understand what is actually going on with them. Share to anyone you know that this video will actually benefit them. Bye.